'Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba, Nambour, Roochdore,
Orford,
Moorillaba, Birdsville, Emmaville, Wallabill, Connemara, Connemara, Strathround, Proserpine,
Orford,
Narradala, Darwin, Gingin, Lillaquin, Muckdilla, Wallumbilla, Bougainville, Cumberland, Ramakiller. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
All right, Rob, you have a crack now.
We're going to Orford in southeastern Tasmania, right on the coast. Beautiful town of Orford, and Simon Boughey is there this morning. Simon, good morning and welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Excellent.
Good. That was the longest and most complex introduction you ever had to a radio interview, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right.
I was nervous. You put me on the spot. You normally do the intros.
No, sorry, I just thought I'd give you a chance.
Well, how did I go? Not very well, obviously.
Excellent. Simon, thanks for joining us. And I know we're interrupting a very important activity at the moment. Who's winning the golf, by the way?
Well, we're just on the fourth green at the moment.
Now, that explains it. Now, Simon said, hang on a minute, he clearly had to drive and or putt. Not quite sure what was going on, but we've got him back.
I'll let the guys go on and I'll catch them up. That's all right. So.
It's very kind of you to do that. Tell us about Orford.
It's a town that's about 80 kilometres northeast of Hobart, and over about 10 k's over from the coast is Maria Island, and just to the north, Triabunna. So it's originally like a seaside, low-key coastal village with a lot of shacks, but it's seen a lot of change over the last 4 or 5 years in relation to a lot of retirees, other people moving up, and a lot of new industries coming in, taking over from the older industries like timber and stuff like that. So anyway.
Yeah, we think of the bottom half of Tasmania, and I suppose the first person that comes to my mind in regard to industry is Bob Brown and all of the work he did to save forests and so forth. It would have had an impact on the industry. What's happening around now to, in terms of industry, what's taken over?
Well, it was all timber before, a lot of forestry industry, and now it's actually moved to more aquaculture with a salmon farm, and also we've got a new sea forest company that's doing a lot of stuff with seaweed. They're producing pellets and feed that will reduce the amount of methane going into the atmosphere with cattle. So
okay.
Quite innovative, and that's employed a lot of people.
I'm glad to see that's taken off. I remember seeing a ABC doco on it probably 5-6 years ago about work being done in this space, and it was really quite exciting, but didn't hear much about it. But just in the last little while, you're the second time this is discussed again as being a serious ongoing industry.
Yeah, it's important because a lot of the people working in forestry and marine industries have been able to go back and get retrained in that particular area. So. It's great. There's a lot of employment for younger people as well. And the other thing is the old wood chip mill at Triabunna, which used to be the biggest in the southern hemisphere, has become like an eco-tourism convention resort. And Graham Wood, who used to have one of the big travel companies, has bought it and is bringing it back to its actual original state with some of the vegetation and bits and pieces. So there's a lot happening up here at the moment.
A little bit of an irony in his name.
Well, it did cause a lot of friction in the community. I mean, everything was timber-based, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
In comes a bloke called Mr. Wood.
Simon, the word transition's used a lot, and it's how we embrace that. And it sounds like your community has either been dragged or it's been led by someone or a group of people to say, okay, this is where we're at. We need to take hold of this and make sure that we have a future in another area. And I'm really taken with joy to hear that your community has grabbed the transitional period, if you like, and clearly prospered.
I think the council's had the 3 or 4 previous mayors have been very good, and also there's been some very good leaders. We've got a guy by the name of Graham Elphinston. His brother's got a big engineering firm up on the northwest coast, but Graham's doing a lot of stuff here. He's been a stalwart of the community for 40-odd years. He's building the sleds that go down to the Antarctic, and he's just developing some movable hydraulic semi-trailer trailers at the moment. So he's been a driver. There's been a lot of new blood come into the area, farmers with high-tech technology for vineyards and bits and pieces, and then also just general leaders. I mean, I think there's just been a very good group of people that have just wanted stuff to happen up here.
And you,
That's the key. And then you've got our generation. Like my wife and I have been up here now for 3 years. You know, we've got involved in a lot of community groups. I've just taken over presidency of the golf club here. You know, and it's just changed for change, so which is good.
and I guess there'd be a few who have taken advantage, as it has in other places, to say, well, I work in Hobart, but I can move out here. I can do Zoom 3 days a week, go in a couple of days a week.
Oh yeah, we've got quite a few friends that have working three days a week in town, that type of stuff. So yeah, so that's good. So yeah, no, and we're only 80 k's. I mean, it's only 55. It's only a 55-minute drive to the city, and you know, Tasmania doesn't have the traffic problems like they do in the other.
I was going to say we live 70 k's out of Melbourne, and it's a good hour and a half at best. So well done you for having a much better traffic system.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just the way it goes. So you know, I moved up with COVID. We were allowed to live in our shacks or holiday homes, so it was good for that from that perspective. And then a lot of us just never went back. So anyway, see how it.
I hope you brought the bins in before you left Hobart.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So how's the round going so far, Simon? Are you hitting them well?
Hold on a sec. I was going to have a hit.
Yeah, have a hit, mate.
Yeah.
We'll just fill in time while you do that.
We're live at the Orford Golf Club.
Don't forget, keep your head down, Simon.
Simon Boughey.
Make sure the
ball.
stance isn't too wide.
Yeah.
Keep the knees slightly bent. Now just follow through gently. Make good, clean contact. Keep your eyes down until you've made contact with the ball. Now just watch it go straight down the middle of the fairway.
Right, I'm back.
Excellent. How did it go off the bat? All right.
It's up the middle of the fairway.
That's where we like
Magnificent.
it.
You followed instructions to the letter.
Yeah, no, we've been describing your shot to the listeners. Simon, we will let you go back and play golf. Thank you so much for taking some time out to talk about Orford. I know that I've been chasing you and being annoying for the last few weeks, but hey, we got there.
We're happy to have a longer session sometime. That'll be great.
We'll do that, but yeah, unfortunately we'll clash with the golf game. We'll do it soon.
No, I'm free next Saturday.
Oh, dare you tell me.
Good on you, Simon.
All
Love
the best.
that. All the best.
See ya.
Hey, bye.
Bye.